Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. There's a worm. Hey, worm, how you doing? Ah, Dryad NPC is chilling where it is dry. I didn't intend to make that a pun, but you could take it as one, I suppose. Oh no, I killed one of the worms. Gotta save the worms from destruction. Okay, I want to try using a controller. That's what I've been using lately. Okay, how are we doing? Looks like we're doing pretty good. I would like to... Yeah, this isn't too bad. I would like to check the stream audio, see that everything is outputting in a manner that reflects positively. I would like to, and it would seem that it is. This is good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Target this nearmost starship. Concentrate all your fire on the nearest... I don't know what those ships were called in the Clone Wars movie. The you know, when Yoda was like asking whatchamacallit, the clones in Geonosis to target like the closest ship with those little beam cannon things. They were on the ground on that planet. Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember in like the original Battlefront game, there was like a common, whatchamacallit, objective: destroy the Techno-Union ships. So maybe they were just Techno-Union ships. I mean, that's who owned them, I guess, but kinda wonder if what Yoda called them in that scene. I'm not entirely... can't quite remember what he said there. Destroy the Techno-Union ships. I don't know if I've ever seen Yoda's actor. Which is kind of weird. You'd think I would have found out by now, but... I only know him as the green guy. I don't know who does the voice. So I'm playing on this character. It's kind of in Terraria, it's kind of, I guess you'd say, casual, pretty casual playthrough. It's at near the end of the normal mode kind of thing, where you know, you dig down a lot and eventually you'll face a boss down at the bottom of the world. But yeah, I haven't done that yet on this character, so it's kind of right at the end of normal mode before you make the world quite a bit harder. So not much on the surface is really an issue because of my defense and health and weapons. So you can chop down trees quite peacefully if you so wish to do so. kind of nice, the flaming weapons, how they light up. You can see things you wouldn't otherwise be able to see. Like if I use a torch, I can't see through this block, but I can see a lot further if I swing this sword. Not quite as far if I swing the pickaxe, but the sword is very good for lighting things up. Should you need such a thing. I have a little purple orb thing that's following me around. It provides a bit of light. It's better than nothing, but I don't know. Sword is nice. I don't think I've explored down here. I haven't gotten a double jump item yet. Or Hermes boots, apparently. I didn't realize that. It's kind of an unfortunate development. So yeah, you can kind of see, just with this purple shadow orb. But if you want to see really well, yeah, you'd use torches or something. Helps you see much better. Yeah, even a sword, I feel like when you look at the brightness, I don't know, it's kind of a strange brightness. I feel like the torches give a more consistent light, which I suppose shouldn't be that surprising. Oh. Yeah, torches are kind of more relaxing to see by. Paintings. I don't use paintings much. I mean, you can't really... It's not really something you use, it's just decoration, but I don't usually go to the trouble of placing them down. Could be something to think about. Statues. I don't know if I even have the, I think it's the mechanic. Yeah, I don't seem to have them right now. I guess that would be wherever the dungeon is. I'd have to go rescue them if I wanted to wire statues and that kind of thing. Okay, where is my browser tab? Did I really just close it earlier? Because I went to check if the stream was working earlier, I think, and I thought it was working well. Yeah, it seems to be working okay. Okay, where... Just gonna keep that tabbed, maybe. And then maybe check in every so often when I can. Let's see, how are we doing? Not too bad. I think I have an idea of how I might do this differently. Should I try again later? It's not... This isn't the worst setup I've used, but I feel like it could be optimized a little bit. I don't know. Maybe... Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. It's hard to say sometimes. Yeah, I should probably just... I think I know what I can do. I should really just be switching characters or something, but this is kind of nice. Some late playthroughs it becomes very difficult just to stay alive, and this one is quite relaxing in comparison. The way things can sometimes turn out. Jungle, so that's what's over here. Apparently I've been here before, but I don't quite remember what is over here. Lots of frogs, apparently. Piranha. You can drop hooks, and hooks can be used with, I believe, iron chain to make a grappling hook. Grappling hooks are quite useful. A lot of people just use, personally I've just been buying a hook from the zoologist when they move in. But you can certainly make a hook from like 15 of a gemstone, like 15 sapphire, 15 emerald, that kind of thing. You only need 15 of one of them. It just has to be all of the same type of gemstone. And then you can have yourself a grappling hook. But yeah, I've just been using the squirrel hook, which the zoologist sells, just because it's easy to come by pretty much. If I did a bit more mining, I'd probably have gotten a gem hook, but this was fine. I mean, it's kind of nice being able to climb trees as well. You can't do that with the other hooks. What I remember. So I'm running OBS, the VTuber software, and a game all at the same time. OBS is the streaming or recording software. Open broadcasting software, I think. I suppose most people are using that nowadays. So I'm trying to make my way across the corruption here. And it is... this must be a large world or something, because it's certainly taking quite a bit longer than I would expect. There we go. Okay, so we made it to the end of that biome. Now can we... I can't remember how to tell what side of the map the dungeon should be on. Because, like, if the jungle's on one side, does that mean that the dungeon might not be on this side, or... yeah, I can't remember how that works. Dungeon should be... anyway, we continue onwards. Going further than anyone else has ever gone. Oh, meteorite. Wow. I almost never see these guys. I don't know what it is. It's probably... I just don't stick with the one character long enough. Dangerous. Yeah, this isn't really looking like... This isn't really looking like a dungeon. Yeah, I'd say it's on the other side. Well, at least I know now what's over here. So that's certainly a good start. I think it's usually a chest or something down here. Maybe not? Unless I missed it. Oh well. Magic mirror back home. And the music starts up once again. So yeah, no dungeon on the left side of the map. And the angler is out there. Do NPCs move when they're that far away? Apparently they do, wow. That's weird. Is the world just like maybe partially loaded over there? Not sure how that works. Little bunny. What's the bunny doing? Oh wow. Forgot the corruption was this so close to spawn on the right side. Oh, I can't grapple hook onto cactus. I can grapple hook onto a tree. I guess squirrels don't climb cacti. Not in this game, at least. Could they, though? Can a squirrel climb a cactus? I'm not sure. I don't really know. When I think of squirrels, that's not usually the kind of environment I think of, but maybe there is a desert squirrel out there that climbs cacti. I'm not sure. Desert squirrel cacti. This weapon's kind of unfair. Just makes things explode. Even the evil dandelion. Those things are really annoying to encounter when you're at the start of the game. Don't like dandelions. Okay, yeah, so we had the jungle on the left side, and frost biome on the right side. And I guess the dungeon will also be on this right side. I'm gonna do something quickly, if I can. I may not have dropped the mic, but that's okay. As long as it's still working. Yep, I believe it is. That is an excellent start. Okay, so we're traveling right. Because we believe that we are right. Probably. We'll see. I mean, the dungeon has to be on the right. I guess, I never defeated Skeletron in this world. He usually guards the dungeon. Shouldn't be too hard. I'd like to think, anyway. Boss fights. I kind of avoid boss fights sometimes, just because there's no trees. There's no trees in a boss fight, so why bother, you know? I don't know, it's just... more difficult than normal gameplay, I suppose. I feel like some boss fights are kind of discouraging because you have to grind materials just to even summon the boss, and then it's like, what if you lose? At least Skeletron's not like that. You just have to wait till the next, I guess till the next day? I mean, ideally, when you're fighting him, I think you'd have your spawn point set to be next to the dungeon, using, bed, I guess. And then, that way, even if you fail, if you've got enough time left in the night, maybe you can try again. But, yeah, okay, here we are. I don't know. Wow, I haven't been to the dungeon lately. I didn't realize they had this stained glass and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't seen this before. Getting creative with the dungeon. There's spikes on the top, wow. At least I think those are spikes. So this is the guy, if you talk to him at night, he'll summon the boss. For those that do not know, I don't know if I can get up here like this. I have to engage the little known art of building. Okay, I thought this was dangerous, but apparently it's not. I don't know what this is. I guess it's a background tile. Wrought iron fence. Oh, at least it's not dangerous. It's nice that there's, fires up there. So might just wanna light this area up a bit, maybe even make a bit of an arena. Kind of prepare for nighttime. I'm hoping that I can take him out in one try without having to walk all the way back here. I mean, surely I could do that, right? Right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh, this is interesting. So some of these... Okay, so there's already platforms there. So some of these tiles have been, like, unactuated? Is that the word? I don't know if you can do that without the mechanic. Because yeah, you fall through them even when you place them. I don't think it's a hammer thing, right? I can't... Because even if I, so if I totally break it, does that then become unactuated? Okay, yeah. It's because I'm replacing it, instead of digging it out first. That's interesting. I didn't realize, but it looks like your wooden platforms or other blocks can just take on the form of unactuated blocks just by trying to replace unactuated blocks with a normal block. I didn't know that. But yeah, if I dig out the unactuated tile, then I can place down my platforms like I wanted and let them be something I can actually stand on. Because if I left them unactuated or like darker as these blocks are up there, then I just fall straight through them. So yeah, it's good to break them with my pickaxe first before just trying to place the platforms mindlessly. So I'm just building this kind of arena that I can jump up and down on, in the hopes that that'll be enough to defeat Skeletron. I think it should be. If it isn't, that's pretty unfortunate. But I'm willing to live with the consequences of me actions. So I hope. Okay. Maybe a few more torches, get some light in here. So I don't actually have one of the fire bows yet. I think I have a tungsten bow. Yeah. Not great, but not terrible either. Ah, Blood Moon. It's that thing where zombies can open doors and stuff. So let's try and get this out of the way if we can. Oh wow, he's actually doing a bit of damage to me. So I think it's usually good to take out hands first, just because it's a lot less of a threat that way. Can't really lunge at you with his hands when he doesn't have them. Yeah, this isn't going too bad. Back, Skeletron, I just want to speak about skeletons and things. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I really haven't visited the dungeon since it's got this new look. Or at least I haven't seen this kind of dungeon before. Oh, so it kind of breaks a little bit. Illusory wall. So I'm looking for a mechanic, or perhaps even a goblin tinkerer, if that's possible. I'm not sure if he spawns down here, or if he's more of a cave kind of guy. See any NPCs? Oh, it's a biome chest. I think you need a rare key to unlock that. Maybe even in, once you activate, or once you defeat the wall of flesh and turn the world into a hard mode world like that. Might be able to find the key as a rare drop from enemies in the biome associated with that chest. Actually almost dying here. So yeah, even after you defeat Skeletron, it's usually good to have a spawn point set, which I haven't done, and that has me a bit concerned. Oh, who's this? It's like a pet slime. Hey, he's a mechanic. Hey, Kayla Kowalska, how you doing? So yeah, they sell your wires, just like your redstone or electrical equivalent is in this game. Alright, what's up there? Water bolt mimic. Huh. I haven't heard of that. The water bolt's usually a magic item, but I guess a mimic is just something that looks like it but isn't actually the real thing. So if I want her to... oh. If I want her to move in, I think I need to build another house. So that is death, and I'm dead. Well, I did get the mechanic, so maybe I should be satisfied with that. Yeah, I may as well just, build a house around here, I guess. You can see the sky is red because of the blood moon in effect. I believe one of the floating enemies that are unique to the blood moon can drop a portable piggy bank. Like one of those piggy banks you can just kind of place, it floats, so you don't need a workbench or anything. I think that's kind of nice. But yeah, zombies can open doors during blood moon. I think, a lot of other enemies probably can too, but zombies are just what I'm used to seeing. I think it's the ground enemies. Enemies that are on the ground, not floating, are the ones that get to open doors during a blood moon, I think. And if you're ever in an event like a goblin army, that's also kinda has a similar mechanics going on where I think they get to open doors and stuff. Break into your house that way. Can't remember if they actually break the doors or if they just open them. They might just open it, I'm not sure. So yeah, to get an NPC to move in, you gotta have background tiles, and you gotta have a solid wall around the structure, so enemies can't just walk in like they're doing there. And you gotta have, I believe, at least one door, and a table, which you can use a workbench as a table, as far as I remember. That's what I'm going to be doing here, just so you can craft things if you need to. And then, yeah, one chair. Table, chair, and I believe the only other thing you need is torches. Having some torches placed down. So... just gonna... I think I'm gonna make these about this structure about this tall. I just pick up the furniture as I'm putting down the floor that I want. You don't have to use wood for the floor. I believe even dirt might even work for the solid parts of the structure, but I think it's the background tiles. I don't think dirt is something you're allowed to use for that. So I have wooden walls and wooden blocks as the solid part. But yeah, the wooden walls are a good alternative, since I believe you can't really use dirt as something that's the NPCs will find acceptable. So I'm missing a door. That's the last thing. I think if you ask the housing menu... Yeah, this housing is missing a wall, really. I thought it would have said a door. What about now? Missing a chair, okay. Yeah, missing a chair. I think it said that because a door kind of acts like a boundary. Like, wherever the door is, that's as far as the housing can go. And it was assuming the boundary was like way up here on the surface, whereas I wanted it down here. So now that the door is acting as that boundary, it should agree with me and say that this housing is suitable. Yep, someone's already moved in. That's good. Very good. To have... Very good to have suitable housing. So, it wasn't actually the mechanic that moved in, it was, I believe it was, Dungeon Defenders 2 or something, crossover NPC. I never really got into that, crossover content, but, looks like that's the guy that, the Tavern Keep, that's the NPC that moved in there. So I'm gonna make another house, because it looks like... Yeah, the mechanic is still over there. Kayla the mechanic. So I'd like to get the mechanic moved in. The mechanic's pretty cool. Because, yeah, wiring is, I don't think you can do teleporters without wiring. It's more of, I guess, a hard mode thing. Maybe sold by the steampunk NPC, if I'm remembering that right. Which, yeah, I don't even remember how to get the steampunk NPC to move in, but, yeah, you need wires to, get your teleporters to work properly. Or just to work at all, I think. So that's why I think it's nice to have the, mechanic in a house that they enjoy living in. So I'm gonna try it, actually. I'm gonna try to just use dirt walls, and I believe the game is going to say no. So I'm gonna have everything else except the walls that I haven't replaced yet. So I'll ask the game... Natural walls in this room need replacing. Yeah. So it will not accept natural walls. So I'm gonna have to replace these with wood. Or, I believe you can even use stone. When they say natural, I think they just mean, like, world generation, like, what was there originally? But yeah, a lot of the craftable stuff. I'm just using wood because it's what I almost always do. Should really experiment more, but not today. I am curious if stone walls count as natural. They might not. So hopefully, if you just had a lot of stone, you'd be able to use that as your wall instead, but I just can't quite remember right now. So that's another house done, so I'm hoping that the mechanic has, yep, they've moved in. So they'll probably, they're still over there in the dungeon, but they'll teleport over here in their own time. I may even just reload the game, and I'm sure they'll be... Okay, maybe not. Maybe... That's not how it works. Okay. Well, at some point they should make their way over here. Pretty sure. It's funny, if you ever assign an NPC to a house that's like really far away, I'm pretty sure they will, if they like, as long as the ground is flat, they will just like start walking to it. So like, I set the Dryad's house like all the way over this way. I think they can start walking. So I might leave it there. I think that's a pretty good run.